Before I start this video, I just want to say I know I missed a week of uploading. Sorry about that. I've been busy and unmotivated to do a lot of things. It's the end of the school year and I have to grind to get my shit done so I don't fail. So I apologize in advance if these next few weeks are a little dodgy with my uploads. I am trying though. This video was suggested by this lovely commenter down here, who asked me what led to me watching Supernatural and wanted to know a little bit about how it impacts me. So I'm an emotionally vulnerable person and I don't like to put myself into these positions to get all sad and shit. But I am going to go a little bit deeper about how much I love this show and why I love this show. Also, peep the new glasses. I know they're a little bit big, but they actually, I'm going to show you what I did to my other ones. These are my old glasses that you've seen me wear in probably almost every video. And I fucking snapped them in half. There's duct tape holding this shit together. Yeah, I wonder what it looks like when I look through. Oh wow, I can actually see my script clearly. Damn. I know I look like a nerd, but we're gonna get into this video right now. So, I was in 7th grade. I was 12 years old. Supernatural was on Netflix up to season 9. I'm pretty sure season 10 was still currently airing when I first decided to watch the show. Little did I know that when I heard the infamous line,
"Dad's on a hunting trip, and he hasn't been home in a few days,"
that my life would change forever. Now, a little backstory. I was a heavy user of Tumblr and Instagram back in the day, and I always saw things on Tumblr and Instagram about this show and how it had a gif for everything and how everyone was always crying over the gay trench-coated angel and how Sam and Dean had like a dead mom and shit like that. The only things I really knew about Supernatural was that there were these like two brothers. One of them was probably gay and fucking the other angel. Little did I know that I'd be waiting for that for a little while. And that it was really sad. Oh, and also that, like, everyone died, like, a lot. So little 12-year-old edgy me decided to give the show a try. I've never really enjoyed a show as much as I've enjoyed Supernatural. I've tried watching other shows, and I know that you guys, I've seen a lot of you guys tell me to try and review other shows. I reviewed Umbrella Academy. If you guys didn't know, you probably don't, because that video only has, like, 100 views. When I watched the first season, I was confused, but I was intrigued. The relationship between Sam and Dean, it had their issues, but they did seem to be a pretty good duo on screen. Even though season 1 felt like it went on forever, I finally reached the finale where Sam, Dean, and John got into a car crash with the Impala. At this moment, everything seemed to shift for me. I kind of cried my eyes out at the idea that these guys just got into a horrible car accident and now one of them was probably going to die. I felt an attachment to these guys because I just binge watched an entire 22 episodes of them fucking shit up, and now after all of this time I was gonna lose one of them. Well, I was wrong, thankfully. John was the one who died after the car accident, and even though I didn't really care for John, I cared a lot about his impact on Sam and Dean. For the longest time, I hated John, actually, with all of my heart because of how poorly he treated the boys. I've somewhat changed my opinion on this now. I personally think that even though John is totally unjustified for the way that he treated and raised Sam and Dean while they were growing up, he was a man who was grieving his wife and had to pick up the pieces of the broken family that he was left with. And he was grieving and it sucked, and he sought out revenge for the one who messed up everything, aka Yellow Eyes. So I get it, but like, I don't stan it, you know what I mean? It wasn't until the season 2 finale that I finally understood why everyone was so emotionally hurt over this show. Sam's death in the season 2 finale, Sam's death in the 2-part season finale, All Hell Breaks Loose, destroyed me. I was a sobbing mess. I loved Sam, and Sam was like my favorite character, and he still is to this day. Sam Winchester is my god. And seeing him just get fucked over because he chose to spare Jake fucking enraged me. It felt like someone killed me from the inside. I felt like Sam. I wish I got stabbed instead of him. I was so attached to the developing relationship between Sam and Dean that seeing him get killed destroyed me, and then on top of it, Dean watched him die and held him as he fucking died. That hurt. That hurt a lot. I still cry over that. Shit didn't really start to get real until the end of season 2 for me, because it went straight into Dean selling his soul to bring back Sam, which started the whole sacrificing circle. After season 2, I did everything I could to catch up as quickly as I possibly could. It took me about 2 weeks to finish watching whatever was on Netflix at the time, and then I started watching the show live towards the end of season 10. Then I experienced my first hiatus. It was the worst, to say the least. You spend a bunch of time watching these episodes in the span of like 2 weeks and then start obsessing over these characters, and then you adjust to watching it weekly, and then it's like boom, no episodes until October. It wasn't until my first hiatus when I realized I absolutely loved this show with all of my heart. I constantly was on Instagram and Twitter and Tumblr and even some fanfiction websites because I felt like I always needed to be connected to this show. And honestly, nothing has changed with that aspect. I still read a lot of fanfiction, but peep me never giving out any of my fic recs, because that's for me and my eyes only. When I began watching Supernatural, I had a lot of crappy things going on in my life. I don't want to go into the specifics because I'd rather not put what I've been through open on the internet for everybody to see, but I did vicariously live through the show, and you can call it unhealthy if you want. But you know what? I have a therapist. She's a great woman. She's amazing. And you know what? She doesn't seem to have a problem with my addiction to Supernatural. And if she says I'm doing it right, then it's fine. Supernatural was kind of a coping mechanism for me when I was younger. But now it still kind of is, but it's not exactly as bad. I mean, I would personally rather be addicted to a TV show than be addicted to crack, so. Supernatural was like the one thing that I had to immerse myself into when everything around me was falling apart. It was an escape, but it was also something I knew I could always turn to. In hindsight, I think this is probably one of the reasons why I am so upset about Supernatural ending, because for so long, I've always had new episodes to look forward to, and I could always rely on Supernatural to make my day just a little bit better. When you watch a show for so long, you get connected to the characters. Sam and Dean are my heroes, but so are Jared and Jensen, and Misha too. Don't forget about Misha. These guys put so much hard work into their job, and it really does pay off to see all of this crap happen around it. Like, you have just a large fan base, and it blows my mind. Fast forward to September of 2018, I went to my first Supernatural convention, which also happened to be the 100th Supernatural convention. I spent 3 days in New Jersey, Secaucus, New Jersey, and they were the best 3 days of my life. Being around so many people who understand your love for this, like, one thing that not that many other people understand outside of, like, you know, conventions is like a great feeling, you know? You don't feel odd because you're crying over a fictional character, because everyone there is doing the exact same thing. You cry out of enjoyment from meeting your favorite cast members, and some random girl asks you if you want a hug, and she knows the exact feeling that actually happened. Some girl hugged me after my Misha Collins photo op. Some random girl, I was sobbing my eyes out, dad's on the phone with a cop, some girl comes over to me, she's like, "You okay?" I'm like, "I just met Misha Collins!" The whole convention was so fucking surreal to me. The best part was definitely being the first one to be called up on stage at Friday Night Karaoke on the 100th convention, and also having Richard butcher my name. It felt weird because I have bad luck most of the time. I did not think I'd get picked for karaoke at all, let alone be the first one at the 100th Supernatural convention. At my first convention, I even got this really cool signed football from Richard, and it was signed by everybody that was backstage, because while I was singing with Matt, he whipped backstage to get everyone to sign it, and this is my most prized possession. I will show you guys. It says, "First song 100th Con, SPN," and it's signed by literally everybody. Not Jared and Jensen, unfortunately, but signed by literally everybody else. This is when I move, I'm moving, by the way, eventually, probably within the next few months. I'm gonna put this in like a glass fucking container. This thing is never leaving anywhere. I'm keeping, literally, at the convention, I fucking slept with this in, like, I slept like this because I was like, Richard Spade Jr. gave me something! Ah! I love Gabriel, can't you tell? Let me just say, if you have not watched the video of me on stage singing Highway to Hell by AC/DC with Matt Cullen and Richard Spade Jr., I highly suggest you go watch it, because that was the best moment of my life ever caught on film. So, I'll throw a quick clip up.
This is the 100th convention. It's a series of Supernatural. The 100th convention. The 100th time you are gathered together to celebrate this show. Jade, are you nervous?
Hell yeah.
Anyways, my point is, Supernatural started off to me as some weird show with these two brothers, a dead mom and a gay angel. But in turn, it led to me having the best moment of my life so far. Supernatural has given me a purpose. Supernatural is the reason why I make videos, and I now make videos for you guys every week, and that's something that I'll never be able to express my gratitude for, because that just fucking blows my mind. I am fucking 16 and I have fans online and I don't understand how that works. Supernatural's pulled me out of some dark times, or at least helped. I wouldn't say necessarily Supernatural's the only thing that has helped me when my life has gone to shit. Usually it was My Chemical Romance, but then My Chemical Romance broke up, so Supernatural just replaced it, honestly. I mean, I still love My Chemical Romance with all my heart. I know every single word to every single one of their songs, and I even have a tattoo for Frank Ario, and I have a tattoo for MCR. But, yeah, I really do love Supernatural. Like I said, I was trying to get serious for a moment. Supernatural has helped pull me out of some dark times. I am someone who struggles with depression and a whole list of other issues as well that I'd rather not get into. And having this show be such a large part of my life has made me even, it's made me happier, and it shaped me into who I am today. I would not be who I am today without Supernatural. So yeah, I'm still a sad bitch, but at least I got Sam and Dean. Supernatural means the world to me, and even when the show ends, I'll never let go of that feeling of excitement that the show gives me just by mentioning its name. That was wild. So thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed. Hopefully I don't miss next week's upload. I'm sorry about that again. Like I said, finals is coming up in school. A lot of work I gotta catch up on. My 504 only brings me so far. Just to let you guys know, all my links are down in the description below if you want to go check them out. I have an Instagram, I have a Twitter, I have 2 Discord servers which you guys should go check out. One is for my YouTube notifications that posts every time I post a video. That's basically what that Discord server is for. And then I have a second one, which is the one you should really join, because that's where all the fun stuff happens. That's where I talk to some of you guys. There's a lot of cool people in that server, so I highly suggest you go join it. I will leave the link in the descriptions. I will leave my Instagram and Twitter on the screen somewhere for you to see my handle. And until next time, don't get possessed by any demons, and don't have God burn your eyes out. Yeah. Bye.